يهود أمريكيون غيورون على دينهم من سمعة الصهيونية والاحتلال. هكذا تصف مجموعة If Not Now نفسها. مهمتهم الانتصار للحق الفلسطيني وإنهاء الاحتلال وإحلال السلام. أما وسيلتهم فغير مألوفة، يطوفون على المرشحين الديمقراطيين في حملاتهم أينما كانت بسؤال واحد: هل فوزك بالرئاسة؟ هل سينهي الاحتلال الإسرائيلي ويعيد الحق الفلسطيني؟ سؤال شائك يتهرب منه عادة الساسة الأمريكيون. فمن أجاب بنعم حين تولي للرئاسة سوف أقوم بالفعل بإنهاء الاحتلال؟ يجيبنا العضوة المؤسسة في الحركة داني موسكوفيتش. أهلا وسهلا بك داني. This conversation as well is going to be in English and it will be translated in Arabic. Thank you so much for being with us. And before we start with who said yes and who said no and who kind of avoided answering this question, the very name of your organization says it's not now. Why do you feel that it's so necessary now to ask this question? Are you with
نطرح هذا السؤال.
هل
ستنهي الاحتلال الإسرائيلي
Thank you for having me.
شكرا على استضافتي.
وهذا سؤال مهم.
أعتقد أن جيلي شاهد لسنوات عديدة أن هناك دعما فقط للزعماء الذين يدعمون إسرائيل، وجيلي لا يدعم الحكومة الإسرائيلية واحتلال إسرائيل. وكما رأيت تصرفات ترامب والعنصرية التي تظهر من خلال كلامه وهناك فرصة للوقوف للدفاع عن حقوق الإنسان وأن نقف مع اليهود الذين أيضا يرفضون تلك السياسة ضد الاحتلال العسكري للضفة الغربية وغزة. لدينا على حساب تويتر بعض الأجوبة. لنبدأ بالأول. نحاول نجيب عن هذا السؤال.
So here I'm not going to play the video itself. I'll just play it on the background and I'll let you kind of tell us more about the experience.
عن هذه التجربة.
How did you feel about his answer?
كيف ما كان شعورك تجاه رده
in ending the occupation?
بالنسبة لإنهاء الاحتلال؟
You know, it was challenging.
كان هناك تحدي. وكان المقطع قصيرا حول منظمة تحكي قصة الاحتلال العسكري والارتباط بإسرائيل والمجتمع اليهودي.
His response included word-for-word lines that came out in a memo by an organization of Democrats for Israel of what to say when Israel now asks these hard questions. And I think it was disappointing for us to hear those lines regurgitated back. And we do have hope. We have hope that Beto can take a baseline position of standing against the occupation, but also plans to ask for concrete ways that if elected president, he would pressure the Israeli government
ملموسة وعملية لانتخاب الرئيس.
And let's move to the front runner, Joe Biden. We can see him now on the
Joe
background.
Biden الذي
Can you please tell us more about his answer?
Absolutely.
ما رأيه وماذا كان جوابه؟
فلأنه في 2016 لم يتم
استخدام كلمة احتلال. وأبناه أن يعترف بالواقع بأن إسرائيل تحتل ملايين الفلسطينيين. وبالنسبة لبايدن الذي هو أحد أكثر المرشحين اعتدالاً قال إن الاحتلال ينبغي أن ينتهي. لكن هذا ليس كافياً. نريد أن نرى التزاماً أكبر.
Biden thinks speaking publicly against the Israeli government counts as pressure. Which is what he did during the Obama administration, and it wasn't enough. We need meaningful pressure and not words. And that's what's coming next. We're going to see what Biden can do in terms of committing to putting that tangible pressure into elected president.
And I'd like to repeat and emphasize this part, that the word occupation has been used by the candidates. All the candidates that you've asked, we're about to see a couple of them now, they've used that word, occupation. You know how sensitive that word is for them, especially in this phase where they need the support of AIPAC, as you just mentioned.
Yes, and we've seen that just in a couple weeks of young Jews from my generation asking, just simply asking. We've seen that 4 out of 5 of the leading candidates have named occupation as a problem that should end. And that is a huge deal. But we know it's not enough. That has to be just the absolute baseline. And we're going to spend the rest of the summer, the rest of the primary, asking them what they're going to do and how they will actually put pressure on the Israeli government to end its military occupation indeed, and not just in word. And, you know, I am a young Jewish person. I've been part of this movement for many years and part of the American Jewish community for much of my life. And I've seen the checkpoints. I saw people wake up at 4 a.m. at the Columbia checkpoint to stand in line for hours. If they were lucky enough to have work permits to go into Israel. I've seen an ambulance in the West Bank waiting to go through a checkpoint into Jerusalem. I've seen street after street of boarded shops in occupied Hebron. And the reality is, we want to know what are those candidates going to do about that, and not just what they're going to say about that. And I think we feel hopeful to hear the word occupation coming from their mouth. This is a big, big deal, and we know there's more.
And now we move to Cory Booker in the next question. Again, using the same term, occupation, but did he promise any sort of new approach to solve the problem of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict?
No, we have not seen a new approach from Booker, and I think that is an important step to move past this bare minimum. And see what those next steps might be.
In that sense, Jason Greenblatt had an interview yesterday with PBS, and he mentioned clearly that the Democratic Party has not moved a step in understanding where the two-state solution is going, and did not really kind of revisited the whole proposal of the two-state solution. And in that sense, I feel that he's addressing so many of his base in saying that at least we have something new to propose. How do you feel about that?
Well, I guess what I'll say is that candidates have been supporting a two-state solution for my whole life, and supporting two states. I agree. I feel it doesn't cut it anymore. AIPAC publicly supports two states, and that has been cover for decades of American foreign policy that has entrenched the Israeli military occupation even deeper and made the lives of Palestinians a daily nightmare, not to mention dehumanized generation after generation of Israelis. I feel that it's essential to go beyond proposing and supporting a two-state solution if we're going to see real change, and if the Democratic Party is going to be able to bring the moral and political crisis of occupation to the forefront of this election and stand for civil rights and human rights and equality for all, as it claims to.
And then Pete Buttigieg, who is notorious for his brilliant answers, and I quote so many of his base. Did he offer any brilliant idea to solve the problem?
Yes, Mayor Pete, it's definitely an important step that he named the occupation. And unlike Biden, we don't know his record. We haven't seen him on this issue in this scope, at this level of American foreign policy. And we need commitments. We haven't seen or heard a commitment from him in his answer. But he definitely did acknowledge the occupation and that it needed to end, and that is a step.
And I have to say, personally speaking, I was quite amazed when I saw him naming the occupation. I thought that he stands on the right of on the political spectrum when it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Kamala Harris?
Harris, we have not heard from yet. She's one of the 5 front runners in the Democratic Party who has not yet named the occupation as a problem.
Which one of the answers was kind of the most answer that you felt most satisfied with?
Well, I'll speak to Bernie and Warren's responses. I'll just say it's amazing. Bernie Sanders, as folks know, He is a Jewish candidate. He has been speaking out against the occupation for years, and it felt really clear in the conversation that our young members had with him, as well as the picture he took with us with the Jews against the occupation sign, that he shares our Jewish values as being core motivators for his vision and for his work, and opinion that the military occupation needs to end. And I think that's really powerful. We still want specifics from him about how he plans to put pressure on the Israeli government. But it was a powerful moment to highlight the ways that our Jewish values drive us as a movement and drive Bernie as well. And with Warren, she was the first candidate to commit to putting tangible pressure against the Israeli government and occupation, and not just to say that the occupation exists or is a problem. And that is exciting and really promising. And again, we want to hear more from Warren as well.
So, as far as we've reached, or youth movement have reached, you've accomplished one big step, which is acknowledging that at least there is an occupation that has to end. What would you like to hear next from the presidential candidates, including Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren?
Absolutely. Well, what I'll say is we're not policy experts. We are thousands of Jews across the country who are experts on our own community and our own generation. What our main hope is to bring the moral and political crisis of the military occupation to the forefront of this election. That said, we know that there are many concrete things that, if elected president, these candidates could do as a means of pressuring the Israeli government beyond just making statements, beyond just publicly condemning the occupation. And we feel very, very invested in rooting for and pressuring these candidates to come up with some proposals and visions that they can champion and move forward.
And this is, to me at least, is the very definition of grassroots movements. Thank you so much, Danny, for being with us today. And we hope to interview you more and more during this long presidential debate or race. Thank you so much for being with us.